Hey guys, Steven here and welcome back to another gaming peripheral review, and today we're going to have a look at some gaming mice from COUGAR. So I have here two models, the 300M and the 550M. Now today I want to cover the 300M. And COUGAR is a nice company. The mice, they're made in Germany, as you can see here on the package, and they are reasonably priced. Now the 300M retails currently for $39.99 on Newegg, and there's a link down below in the description so if you want to check it out. Now $40, very nice for an optical gaming mouse with the specs you get here. Unfortunately, you can only get it in orange or yellow. And I mean, I'm not a huge fan of black and yellow or black and orange, and also the design reminds me of some cooler Master Mouse. I don't want to say the name, but maybe you will recognize the mouse, because the design looks very similar. And yeah, the mouse here is cheaper, but almost looks the same, so let's say it like that. Okay, you can find a link to buy it if you're interested down below in the description, or just to check it out, Newegg. And yeah, I would say let's just go. Let's check out the package of the 300M. The 550M will probably come tomorrow, and now let's go and let's have a look at the specs. Now ladies and gentlemen, the COUGAR 300M is a wired optical gaming mouse. You can see the USB connection, so wired. Optical gaming mouse, there is no laser sensor, so it's an optical sensor, but a very good one, the ADNS 3090, as you can see on the package, and it's adjustable from 400 to 4000 dpi. 1000 hertz, then 1 millisecond response time, so also very good refresh rate, and it comes with OMRON gaming switches, so basically all the buttons, you can click them up to 5 million times, they are tested for 5 million times, so the lifetime on the buttons is very good. Now it comes with 7 buttons all over the mouse, and they are fully configurable in the software suite, and we have LED backlight on the two LED lights up there, and it's really 16.8 million colors LED backlight, as you will see a little bit later. Okay, then now I would say let's open up the package, let's see what we can find inside, and then let's have a look at the gaming mouse. Oh yeah, so this is how the package looks from the inside. Basically you will find some plastic things, then in there you can find the mouse. Then there's also a disc included and a user manual, which basically explains all the buttons and switches, because you also have some additional buttons and also a switch button on the bottom side, so it's not that easy to use if you don't know what that thing is doing. And well, on the disc you will find the COUGAR UIX system, so basically that's the software suite to control the mouse. Okay, that's basically what you get, and now I would say let's have a closer look at the mouse. Oh yeah, then here's a closer look at the gaming mouse, so let me show you everything. And well, the side panels, so the orange side panel here on the left and on the right side, it's made out of hard plastic, and it says that it's some smooth surface or something like that, but it feels pretty hard and not really smooth to me. But well, the top feels better, so this really feels like smooth surface, but it's still kinda hard. And the buttons, they make some nice sound, nice to click, and you can see here the button for switching the DPI mode, so basically you can switch from 400 through a couple of levels up to 4000 DPI. Then here you have two LEDs, and they can light up in every color you want to, so 16.8 million colors, and you can mix that in the software suite. And yeah, the mouse has the COUGAR logo right over here, so it looks kind of nice. I'm not really sure what animal it is, a wolf or whatever. Here on the left side we have the back button and forth button, but well, it's fully configurable, so you can basically just reconfigure all the buttons in the software suite, which I think is a really nice thing. Now here a closer look at the mouse wheel, and well, it feels like rubber or some kind of rubber. Now it has some nice grip, but for me it feels kind of cheap, so I prefer metal mouse wheels like on my Logitech gaming mouse. But this also feels kinda okay, and it comes with ALPS encoder, so this should have better quality than normal mouse wheels. But well, I just don't like the fact that this feels so strange, like rubber. But you have a very good grip, but for me it feels a little bit cheap. Now we have a braided cable, as you can see, coming out of the device right over here, 1.8 meters long with an USB connector, and that basically goes directly into your computer. Comes with the COUGAR logo, and now I would say let's have a look at the back side of the mouse. Now here's the bottom side of the COUGAR 300M. As you can see, here's the logo and the model number. Here in the middle we have the sensor, so it's an optical gaming sensor, 4000 dpi maximum. Then here we have the mode cycle button. I will show you later what you can do with that in the software suite. So remember, that's the mode cycle button. Here at the bottom we have the gaming mouse feet, and here at the top too, and it has some kind of coating or game glide coating. So basically this really slides over your mouse pad or any surface you're using it on. Now the back side here, so the bottom side, not really fancy, so there is nothing to open it up to exchange weights or to tweak the weight. Now the mouse weighs around 95 grams, which is actually the perfect weight for me. It doesn't feel too light, it doesn't feel too heavy, so for me it's okay, but just grab your old mouse if you can adjust the weight and just put it on a scale, and then you will see if 95 is great for you or maybe too much or too low. But for me the weight is okay, so nothing to say about that, but unfortunately you cannot put in additional weights or take out weights to tweak it. So that's something I miss on this mouse. So there we go guys, the mouse is now connected to my computer. You can see here the LED backlight looks kinda nice, here the bottom side. And well, I'm not sure if I told you, but with that button you can switch between 3 different modes, so actually different profiles. And that's a really cool thing, because all the buttons on this mouse, they are customizable. So you can choose what, for instance, that button is doing, that button. Then you can also reconfigure the mouse wheel, so you don't have to use it for scrolling, you can just use it, for instance, for macros or whatever. So it's a pretty cool thing actually. Okay, regarding the LED backlight, now we have 16.8 million colors, so you can choose every color you want to, and if you press the button here once, then it switches to 1 bar. If you press it twice, then you have 2 bars. And yeah, you can choose the backlight for them in the software suite, as you will see later. Now, I use that to switch between the DPI modes, but you could also use it for macros, for the sniper mode, whatever you want to, so it's actually a very cool thing because everything is customizable. Okay, so this is how the mouse looks like. I will later show you different colors and how it looks when it's pulsing. And yeah, so far the feeling, it's pretty good. Now it still feels, yeah, totally like plastic, but that smooth surface here gives it a really nice feeling, and I'm getting used to the mouse wheel even though it's some rubber thing, but so far I have to say really kinda nice quality. So guys, there we go, we're now here on the computer, and now let me show you the COUGAR UIX system software suite. So basically you just download that from the COUGAR website, you plug in the mouse and then you run it, and yeah, it's very easy to use. So let me show you what you can do in here. First of all, you have 3 different profiles, and in each profile you can adjust everything. Now to switch the profile you have to press the button on the back side of the mouse, so it's a quick switch button. The only bad thing, it's on the back side, so you have to turn the mouse around, but you could also rebind that button to another button at the top. So basically unlimited possibilities, and you have 3 different profiles to switch between them. Okay, that's the game profile management, which you can see right over here, but you could also create a new one, a new profile, and you could also import profiles if you have some, so you can download some from the forum, import them. There are many possibilities in there, a really cool thing. Okay, you see current game profile. I'm currently using game profile 1, and I have configured it here a little bit. So first of all, here you have the basic settings like DPI, then also the pointer speed, scrolling speed, so yeah, the most basic stuff. First of all, you have 2 DPI modes. So you have seen 2 bars on the mouse, so those LED bars, and basically DPI 1 would be 1 bar, DPI 2 would be 2 bars, so you know in which DPI mode you're currently. Now I'm using 800 and actually 2400, so I usually switch between that, but you can, yeah, just go between 400 to 4000. You could also cycle between the DPIs, as I will show you later. So there are many possibilities. What I think is very cool is the sniper DPI setting. So basically you can configure a sniper button on the mouse, and this lets you go down with the DPI, because DPI also is a higher sensitivity, and if you play Battlefield for instance, you're a sniper, you just switch to the scope, then you don't want to have a high DPI because it starts to chitter. It's really hard then also to aim because of the sensitivity, and that's why you want to go down with the DPI in sniper mode for instance. Really cool thing. Now there's also the polling rate. Now I have it here on maximum, so 1000 Hz, but you can also go down to 125 Hz, 250 and 500 Hz. Now the double click speed, it depends on your personal preference, but for me it's perfect here in the middle. Scrolling speed, well, I like it a little bit faster, so usually I use it here. And here also the Windows pointer speed. Now I like fast pointers, but well, if you combine that with a high DPI, then it's wow, with just 1 centimeter moving the mouse, you go through to this place. Alright, so basically you can just adjust here everything to fit your personal needs. That's the performance tab right over here. Then here we have key assignment, and this is really drag and drop. Now you have here the bin, so basically if you don't want to have DPI cycle on there, then just drag and drop it into the bin. And now the button here at the top of the mouse, it's empty. So basically you can choose here from basic, advanced and macros, a lot of things you can drag and drop in there to use it. For instance, you could also have the left click on that button, so it's completely configurable. So all the buttons, the mouse wheel, so also the middle click, scrolling up, scrolling down, so everything is customizable. And I think that's very cool. What you can do is you can choose it between basic things, advanced things and macros. Now on the basic we have left click, right click, double click. Well, we don't want to look into that, but we'll have a look now at advanced things like here DPI switch. Now this lets you switch between DPI 1, DPI 2, or you just go up or down the DPIs, or you can also cycle between the DPI modes. Now very cool. So here we have the sniper mode. Basically if you want to have the sniper mode on this button, just drag and drop it in there, and if I press now this button, it will just slow down my mouse. And we have here mode switch, so basically you see you can just switch between the modes everywhere. You don't have to use the button on the bottom side, which is currently mode cycle. So you could also have it on the middle click if you want to. Now, then here, launch program. So you could just define a program you want to launch. It's just like a quick launch button. It has media functions, like if you want to turn the volume up, you could use it with the side panels, and you could have your own music profile or something like that. So there are many possibilities. The next thing which is interesting is macro. Now, first of all, you have to create a new group of macros, and it's called as, sorry for that. We can just make here a new macro. First of all, you name it like test, and you can just also choose if you want to record the mouse movement, and for instance relative coordinates or absolute. So you should know the difference, because this is really important. If you start, for instance, and you have relative coordinates, then this is in relation to your start position. But there's also delay time, so you could edit that afterwards if you want to. Then record mode, start record after you have done that or before, and then you just hit the start button to record the macro. And for instance, you can open up this PC, go to local hard drive C, close that, and you see everything in here. So really nice thing. Every time you click, it records the position, what you have done, which button you have pressed, and basically it's now recorded. You can save it. You can also edit it afterwards. You can insert delays. You can edit the button, and it's a really cool thing. And you can also edit here the playback time. So there are many possibilities. You could use it in MMORPGs, World of Warcraft. You could use it to cheat in browser games, whatever you want to. So really nice actually. Okay, then you just drag and drop the macro onto the button, you hit the apply button, then you hit the button on the mouse, and it should do exactly the same thing. So very easy to use, but you have to play around with that. So it's fully customizable, maybe not too many buttons, but for that you have different profiles. That means you can have a lot of buttons, because you can switch the profile, and then you have another lineup here. So you don't have to have the same lineup again. So you could have music profile, gaming profile, or just media profile. Okay, let's have a look at lighting control. So I don't want to bore you with all that, and this is basically the most interesting thing. Now we have here, for instance, red color. So you can choose every color you want to. You have here a mixer, so it's full RGB, 0 to 255 RGB. And that means you can mix every color you want to, also white, but white doesn't look that white because it's mixed and it looks a little bit blue, so that's the only thing I've noticed. And not all color tones look really different, so sometimes a lot of color tones look very similar because, that happens if you mix colors here with LEDs. But we can have a look now at some red tones, so I can apply that here. Then you see it lights up in red. We have also green here, so let me apply that, and here comes green, Looks also kind of nice, but you could also have blue like I did before. So actually really nice thing, but yeah, just 2 of those bars with LED backlight. I would really like it if there would be more. So for instance, a transparent mouse wheel with LED backlight would look super awesome. So I really like mouse wheels with LED backlight. Unfortunately, only here the top can light up. But that's basically it. That's a software suite. So cool thing, you can record macros, you can rebind every button, just to summarize, and you can change the lighting here, and you can for sure tweak the DPIs however you want to have it, the polling rate, the double click speed, scroll speed, and the Windows pointer speed. And yeah, for sure, I forgot to say it, enable mouse acceleration, so just like the thing you can do in Windows. So a really nice software suite, very easy to use. Also like that you can save everything or import it. For instance, if your friend is coding something and you just want to import it, you can do it, no problem. Alright, that was the mouse on the computer. So far it feels pretty good. Now low DPI, very nice. So for drawing in Paint at maximum DPI it jitters a little bit, but yeah, really nice. So the DPI, sensor, polling rates, everything so far feels very good. Alright, my little gamer friends, we're now here at the end of this review of the COUGAR 300M. So far a great mouse, and yeah, let's talk a bit about the pros and cons. First of all, great price. So $39.99 is really a decent price for a gaming mouse with those features. And yeah, I really like the design, even though the design looks very similar to, I don't want to say the name, but to another gaming mouse. Then I really like that grippy finish, so that soft surface there. It feels really pretty good, and it's something different to my Logitech gaming mouse, which feels really rough. Now, well, the customization is really great, so you can do a lot of stuff. You can rebind buttons, you can change the backlight, you can record macros, which is a really nice thing. Then regarding the cons, it's maybe a poor choice for a fingertip grip. So if you like to grab your mouse with your fingertips, then the scroll wheel, it's made out of rubber or something like that, and it feels a bit sticky, so I don't like that. I really like hard scroll wheels. Also here on this one, yeah, it's not really my personal favor. Now, limited buttons. This is also something I want to talk about now. It doesn't come with a lot of macro buttons. Actually, there are none, and that's the only bad thing. So there are other gaming mice, they have customizable macro buttons, and you can just do more. Here you have to switch between the profiles, so it's more a software solution than hardware solution. But well, in my opinion, for just $40, the COUGAR 300M is a really nice all-around gaming mouse. Now, it's not too fancy, so no crazy design, not too many buttons, but it gives you everything you need. A nice sensor, 1 millisecond response time, OMRON gaming switches, so it will last very long, and also the build quality seems to be kinda nice. Now the only bad thing, as I said before, you don't have many buttons, but if you're into that, if you want to have a lot of macro buttons, then you could also have a look at the Logitech G300S. It also retails for around $40 and it comes with 9 programmable buttons. And that's a really nice thing, but also Cooler Master has some nice $40 gaming mouse. It's the Recon Storm, and it also has 9 programmable buttons. And well, very similar to the COUGAR, but I like the COUGAR a lot because it's very basic and feels pretty good. But just the LED backlight, that you only have those 2 bars, looks a bit boring to me, but for the price, definitely a nice gaming mouse, so have a look at it. Okay guys, so that was my review of the COUGAR 300M. I really had a lot of fun testing it, and I will test now the COUGAR 550M. That's actually more my choice of design because it looks really fancy. I like fancy stuff, and also it has an LED ring at the bottom, so that looks pretty cool too. Now well, you can find those products on Newegg, link is down below in the description if you're interested. Definitely a nice mouse, and in the entry-level price range, a very good thing. Okay, thank you so much for watching, have a nice day, and bye bye, see ya!